Leather case lovers, let's go ahead and get into it, man, which is going to be one of the best leather cases that you can get for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's go ahead and check out the Bullstrap Contemporary case. Now, I bought this, all right? I spent $101 on this case. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, when it comes to Bullstrap cases, you're going to have to pull that wallet out. You're going to have to put that Apple Pay card, MX Press, Platinum Gold, whatever you got, silver, if you got a debit card. You're going to have to put it to use when it comes to the Bullstrap leather cases. That's always been the deal. I personally think they're just a little bit too damn expensive, and they can tone that price down ever so slightly, but I can't deny that it's going to be one of the best leather cases that you can get out there on the market, if not the best. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, when it comes to this color right here, this is going to be their navy color. I tend to switch the colors up every year so you can kind of see what they have going on. They have like 9 different colors that you can choose from. Black, terra, bourbon, pink, blue, tan. They got pink. Who's doing a pink leather case out there? Bullstrap is doing it, and they are knocking it out the park. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's see everything this bad boy has going on. Now, this is going to, of course, give you that nice full grain leather. That's what you want. You don't want top grain. You don't want vegan, that synthetic scientific beaker leather. You're going to want that authentic cow ass, as I call it, because you're going to want to smell it. And when you smell it, you're going to make sure you get that real deal leather smell and leave a nose print, rub it in. That's a little bit of conditioner for the leather case, all right? So you're going to get the nice little Bullstrap, subtle embossed on the back of the case. Some people may not like that, but that just is what it is when it comes to Bullstrap cases. Of course, you're going to get their metallic buttons, all right? Nothing special, but they work just fine. Completely closed on the top, flipping over on the right side, you're going to get that power button. Of course, you're going to get a camera control cutouts. Let me hear the whine in the comment section. And for all of my people who know how we get down, what is it when your bottom is out? That means your butt is out when it comes to the case. So your bottom of your phone case, your phone will be out, but they do have an extra little lip right there just in case it does fall on a flat surface. You'll be good to go. Flip it over the inside, you're going to get a very soft lining. The lining is going to match the color of the case a little bit. Of course, this is going to be blue, a little bit different color than that, but you're not really going to see that. It's all good, stamped with a little bit of Bullstrap right here. Let's go ahead and bring the scale over and let's see what this thing has going on when we are talking about weight. Dropping it down, 39 grams for the Bullstrap leather case. Let's go ahead and slap the white titanium in there, and let's see if we get a good solid snug fit when it comes to a leather case. Dropping it back on the scale, 280 grams when it comes to the 16 Pro Max and the Bullstrap. So here is how it's going to look with this navy color on the white titanium, which I feel like is a very clean color. You really can't go wrong with any leather case out there, especially with any of these iPhone colors. iPhone colors a little bit boring, but you can spice it up a little bit when it comes to your case, all right? So let's go ahead and step around it and let's see what we have going on. So let's go ahead and talk about that lay on the table protection. Now, of course, this is going to be a leather case. I have a tempered glass screen protector up there. Most leather cases, you're not going to get a lip, but Bullstrap actually gives you a little bit of lip that's kind of standard to most cases out there on the market. So when you set it down, you will be protected. Now, you already know what it is when it comes to leather cases. If you tend to drop these bad boys, guess what? Your leather case is going to get damaged. You might get a chunk of leather that's missing on the side. One way to combat that is leather case companies are coming out what is called, especially Bullstrap, the flex case, which has TPU sides, leather back, so you may be a little bit more protected. But when it comes to this full grain leather goodness, yeah, you might get a little chunk out of it. But with all that said, if you sit it down on its face, Bullstrap does have a slight lip that I feel like you will be protected if you were to set it down. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the back and the camera. So when it comes to the camera ring, you don't got to worry about that being metallic. I kind of like the way Bullstrap goes about it. They just gives you a more of a humped leather ring, which it may be metallic underneath, but just covered in leather. But I feel like that's the way to go, because if you use these leather cases with the metallic camera rings over long term, you're setting your phone down, you're moving it, it tends to get scratched up and shows a little bit of wear over time. And I think that's all part of character when it comes to these leather cases, but I like the way Bullstrap did it to where you don't necessarily have to worry about that being an issue when it comes to their leather cases. Now, how does this case fit on the phone? Of course, a little bit of a default when it comes to leather cases because they're all going to fit very tight. When it comes to the top side, it's going to be very firm, as you know. Coming down the sides, I mean, leather cases, you're not going to get any movement. One area we are going to pay close attention to is over here about this camera control. And even there, you're going to get a little bit of give in that leather, but it still feels very firm, and your leather is not going to do too much drooping and different things like that over time. Flipping it down here on the bottom, let's go ahead and talk about it. Like I stated, your bottom is going to be completely out. Now, some people like this because it allows them to swipe and do different things that makes it feel a little bit better, and they don't like their pinky to feel like it's in the way of something. But I like the way Bullstrap does. Even if your bottom is going to be out, we're going to give you an extra little lip on the bottom in case it does fall. You will come in contact with that little lip right there. Should help you out a little bit. Once again, it's a leather case, doesn't really have a lot of shock absorption characteristics, but something is better than nothing, and at least thinking about you if you were to have a dropsy when it comes to your case. Now, how does this fit in the hand when it comes to that top grain leather? When it comes to Bullstrap cases, the quality of leather that they use just gives you more grip than the competition out there. I don't know what it is. They have a thicker leather. I don't know, but I like it. Of course, full grain leather will start to develop a patina over time. Oils and different things like that from your hands will begin to transfer over to the actual case itself and give you that unique look. This being a little bit of a darker color may not show that patina that much, but I'm sure this will give you still a very good looking patina over time. We'll revisit this because I tend to use Bullstrap a lot when it comes to my cases. But overall, feeling hand feels very thin. I'm not going to say as thin as a Apple leather case. I see tons of you guys in the comments are searching for a leather case that feels as thin as that, and I really think you're not going to get it. Something about that Apple leather that just was super thin. Not really a fan of thin leather when it comes to cases. This leather feels very thick. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels like you have a good chunk of leather on your phone, and that's what I like to see. So flipping over here to this camera control button. Now, camera control button on leather cases act the same way as it does on non-leather cases, man. You're going to get that same feel. They smoothed it out once again. So case companies are doing the best they can when it comes to these camera cutouts, giving it to you as smooth as you can. Camera cutout is just super smooth to where you don't have anything to worry about. It is what it is. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Wait for companies to change it if they're going to change it. It's here now. You're either going to keep complaining about it or you're going to go buy Apple silicone case. All right. It just is what it is. So it feels good. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let these camera cutouts take away from great cases just because they have a cutout. And Bullstrap, I feel like they did a very smooth implementation of the camera control, as you can see right there. Very clean. Now, let's go ahead and test out that MagSafe. Dropping it down on the magnet. It does work with MagSafe, as you can see. Well, it didn't do the ring, but it is charging. Now, let's see how strong this magnet is. A leather case that's picking up this base is very, very impressive. Now, it's not going to pick it up with super confidence, but it is able to pick it up, and this is way more than the majority of leather cases do. Most leather cases can't even remotely pick that up. The Bullstrap always has some of the strongest magnets when it comes to a leather case. Now, of course, we're doing a little bit of cheating here, all right? We got an Andar wallet on a Bullstrap leather case. Leather on leather is always usually going to be your best combo when we're talking about MagSafe wallets because of the consistency of the material. You're not really going to fight up against a different material, whether it's like a clear or a frosted back. You kind of get some friction when it comes to leather. So this is going to be what I feel one of the best combinations if you want to use a MagSafe wallet on a leather case. Looks classy and also is probably going to give you the strongest magnets that you can get for that combo. Now, let's go ahead and drop the MagSafe battery pack up here. Let's go ahead and hit you with a shake test. So light shake, medium shake, medium shake. All right. Medium shake is where it came off at. But like I stated, man, Bullstrap always gives you very solid MagSafe performance, very solid magnets, and I'm here for it, man. Bullstrap, once again, has just knocked it out the park when it comes to their leather cases. I don't expect nothing less from Bullstrap. Yes, they are probably one of the more expensive leather cases that you're going to get on the market, but the quality of this leather, the craftsmanship, real quick, buttons, all very nice and tactile. They don't really give you award-winning world beaters when it comes to buttons. They look kind of but they work good. They function just fine. But Bullstrap leather case is going to give you some of the best leather quality on the market, hands down. I really think, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I really think they have the best quality leather. It just feels thick. It feels a little bit more premium than some leather cases that feels a little bit thin when you're talking about the leather quality, man. So like I said, open up that wallet, open up that purse if you want to get a Bullstrap leather case. With shipping, I think this thing was right at $101. I bought it with my own money because I don't have any problem spending that when it comes to this. Now, when it comes to Bullstrap, just like I stated, they make this one, which is going to be the minimalist, not a contemporary. I made a mistake earlier. This is going to be the minimalist. They do make a contemporary case that has the bottom closed to where if you don't want your butt out, you can go ahead and put some pants on and it's going to be closed up. I'll get that order in here soon. Right now, it is still on pre-order. But when it comes to this, the minimalist case, these bad boys are on order. You can buy them right now. Hit the website down below. Not an affiliate link. Bullstrap After all these years, still doesn't know who I am. All right, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep spending $100 in your case every single year. Go out there and get it, man. If you are in search for a leather case, this is gonna be easily one of the best on the market when it comes to leather cases. Go ahead, check it out. But if you want to switch it up a little bit, you want to have a little bit of a, you want to show off the color of your phone, you want to get a nice clear case, in my opinion, which is one of the best out there, right along with one of the best leather cases, I'll be sure to put a link to a great clear case right here.